What's going on, guys? Radar here with some more of the Apex Racing League VX Supercars from Donington. This week it's a hard 60-minute timed race, so not sure about the laps, but it's another long one, so I do apologise. Donington, very nice looking track, very terrible to drive. Track hours catching me out again. I look all around the place when I'm talking. So, about an hour around here, we qualified 5th. With a 29.8, I'm happy with that lap because I absolutely hate this track with a passion. I don't like it at all. Probably my least favourite track all season. Even Coded was better. So here we go, guys. Enjoy. Terrible start. My technique from last week did not work.
You got one on your left. Clear on the left. You got one on your left. All clear, all clear. What was that, Sam?
Wasn't me, I don't know what you're talking about.
You won, your fault.
He must be a bit confused thinking I still drive those cars. Which I don't. I'm in a Vodafone car this week. I like to mix it up a bit every week just to
Sorry.
change the look of the car. Because I can now. Whoa, get it stopped. I don't like hearing that chatter. It's very... Whoa. This track is extremely slippery. It's Understeer City, and then those two hairpins are Slip City. Probably the most awkward part of the track when you're trying to put the power down. And I'm not going to be able to do much here, so we're probably going to brake a bit earlier. There's two nasty bumps, one in each of these hairpins, right at the point where you're trying to transition to full throttle, that will very quickly unsettle the car. So you kind of got to be able to spot it on the track and get to power as your wheel is getting into that rut. Really, dude? It'll kind of pull you straight again, and you'll get a nice run off the turn. But if you get it wrong and you're increasing the throttle percentage as you hit the bump, well then yeah, you're doing some donuts. Now there is an incident limit again of 15, but off tracks here aren't too much of an issue, because generally if you keep the car within the white lines you won't get an off track. It's a nice track when it's like that. Although here's the that little quick little flip flop is the worst part to get an off track, because if you get an off track it's generally going to mean it's a slow down at the same time. The slowdown are very close to being Montreal style slowdowns, and for those of you who haven't driven Montreal and have received a slowdown from Montreal, you gain a tenth, you lose 5 seconds to a slowdown. That's the logic of iRacing applied there. I've been using, I've had the track hour for almost a week now, and definitely it is a nice bit of kit. It's not a necessity, it's just a good bit of kit to kind of add to the experience for you if you want to grab one. I don't just use it for iRacing. I mentioned it in my IndyCar video. I use it a fair bit for DCS, so the Digital Combat Simulator with A10 and the Black Shark in that, and that was a cut track by a long way. Armour 2 as well. F1 2013, I did a race Wednesday night with some mates, so pretty much any game you can think of where head tracking might be involved, you can blinker, use it in. Especially in War Thunder and DCS, it's very good. Just makes it more natural what you're doing. And it's fully tunable as well, so I've got a fairly big dead zone built into the centre of it here in iRacing, just so that even the little minute movements in my head aren't completely upsetting everywhere else. I'd be looking all over the place. It's really only after a bit that it starts to move and look around.
Thank you. Hi.
Gotta love Nils with his voice. Sounds like he's a kilometre away from his microphone. Now, part you generally don't catch in the videos as well is probably about 3 seconds before you start to get the option to grid. You'll hear Nils pipe up. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna dog our team. Old team. Oh, he's not. He's gonna play nice. Rally car that. Who's gonna give? I know he won't.
We're on the way.
Thanks, Mills.
Car on your way. Still there? Hold your line.
Oh, stacking them up. Dino got loose and stacked them up behind.
Good job, man.
Can't really see much behind him. You gotta just drop off a bit.
Go on, I'll get that breakfast.
You're on, Scotty. Thank you.
Gotta be smart about this, because I know Dylan likes, he's a karter as well, so he'll make it very difficult, like Mr. O'Brien does. Nah, I couldn't get done that time, he moved it over on me. It's a 4-car battle forming here. definitely letting Jake and Ian up front scoot away. Got it done. And of course, you're gonna have to go back at me.
You got one on your left. Stay right. Stay right. Keep right there.
Can't just do that.
You got one on your left. You're too wide there. Clear on the left. All clear, all clear. You're too wide there. Clear on the left.
You can't do that, mate. You can't do that. So we're up to third now.
Nah, mate, you there.
Let's see if without the cork in the bottle we can get away from Dean. I doubt it though. But we'll try. I do love that chicane, it's good fun, especially when you get it right. You just have that feeling in your gut that you nailed it.
Cheers, Brian.
That was a bit scruffy. As was that. Backing it into the corner there.
You got one on your right. Still there? Hold the line. Stay left. All clear, all clear.
Thanks, Brian. Alright.
On
And we get that spot back straight away.
Nah, it's a slow down.
Yeah, at some point I got to turn in as well, mate.
On your right. Stay left.
Better luck, Mark.
All clear, all clear.
Definitely enthralled in this battle right now. Not a lot of commentary happening because I'm very keenly focused on keeping these guys behind me. Mad sideways out of that corner. Which is the one I hate the most as well. I hate that turn. It's very terrible, very annoying. It's just awkward. You want to carry more pace through it, but you can't. You lose so much time, but you can't carry more pace through it, so it's just kind of there. It's just a turn to be there to annoy you. And again we start to try and do some rally car. It's not good for the tyres. Not good at all. So because it's timed race and I don't know fuel numbers, we're just going to try and get to halfway and put in the same, fill it up to where we to the amount of fuel we used in that first half an hour. So right now we've used almost 40 litres.
Thanks, bro. No worries.
That left rear is absolutely destroyed by now, I reckon. Well, it looks like D might have got to slow down. Or he got loose and just pulled to the side, but... No, slow down I think. I'll take it, give me a little bit of a break. rear chatter. Please stop. And I know it's probably because I'm holding the same pressure as we go over the rise, but unless I want to brake early, whoa, skating in.
Thanks, bud.
Like Stenny had an issue as well. He's dropped back behind Aaron and Dean. I'm sick of seeing Osram in my mirror. Just go away. I used to run it on my car, but I'm sick of seeing it. Track. This is probably the only break you get on the track, that little short shoot, even if it's only a couple of 100 meters, but the only real break you get. The rest of the time you're working. And that was a terrible run.
Are on your right. Keep left. Stay left. You're on the right.
Hate this track with a passion right now. It's just such a... I can't think of a word that's YouTube friendly, but it's just a rubbish track to drive around. In this car at least. I haven't driven in the GT3 or anything else really. It's just crap. And that's just my opinion of it, in this car at least. And we're forming that 4-car battle again. This is gonna keep happening the whole race, I think, until someone crashes or, as Dean does, make turning mistakes and you just fall away to a point where you can't keep up. Although I desperately love some new boots on this thing right now. Absolutely hate that hairpin too. So you're getting a general gist of this. I love the car, hate the track. It's a love-hate relationship, really. Oh, looks like Hammer's... Oh, no, he's in the pits. Ooh, I thought he was putting on the fence. Some guys in the pits already. So it looks like we'll probably go for about 2 more laps and we'll hit half distance. Definitely Aaron will come out ahead with the undercut, but more often than not, if you apply the blowtorch to his rear end for long enough, he'll either make a mistake or you'll find a way through. You'll find a weakness, chink in the armour. That's really what it is about doing around here in Donington, is finding a chink in the armour. And unfortunately for me, Dylan's chink in his armour is right where I was just constantly finding the ability to enhance my inner Richard Burns rally. Much better run.
All clear, all clear. You got one on your left. Keep right there. The leader is sitting now. Keep right there. Still there. Clear on the left.
And Stenberg's in the pits as well. So we'll be going in this time by. Looks like we need to almost fill it up.
Good job.
Just no way past where I'm quicker. I don't know whether he's using a different ratio or not, but I didn't actually mean to do that, I just kind of did it. Just switched off and went for it. And we outbrake ourselves with the lovely chatter. So we're only going to need to put in 60 litres of fuel, well up to 60 litres.
Good job, man.
Fuck, that's bouncy. That is an odd pit lane. So just a bit over 60 and we shall stop it. His tyres will be done. And we're down and away ahead of the other guys, so +1 to me. But of course, because we're watching the fuel, we didn't change our bars, so we'll have to do that on the very short break we get down the back straight.
I'm alright.
Oh, them feels of grip, just so good. Come on, Brayton.
Alright, you're right. Still there.
Yeah, I'm right there, bro. It's all good.
Thanks, buddy.
It's all good. Not like I'm sitting right there.
Still there? Towards the line. All clear, all clear.
Hitting.
So we lost out to Aaron because due to him pitting early and getting undercut, but we have got the fresher tyres now by about 2 or 3 laps, I think it was. So this is just really awkward coming around this turn. You never know whether you're going to just break traction or you're going to get a nice smooth run out of the corner. Should not have worn a jumper to drive this car. Getting a little bit hot now. Just a little bit.
Back and forth.
It's actually a bit uncomfortable now. It's a bit. It feels like I'm actually in the cockpit because I'm cooking a little bit in this thing. It's actually part of my sim rig, the jumper and the heat. It's just a bad mistake on my part because now I'll be sitting in probably a jumper lined with sweat by the end of this race. Just for your information, you know, just in case you want to know out there. So look at making about 3/10. We've made about 3/10 on Aaron this lap because at this point last lap we were 1.8 and we're back to 1.8 again. That's about 3/10 we're making on him on that last lap.
Going well.
Thank you.
It's just a matter now trying to hang on to the tyres because I know how the car's going to behave now. No two stints are ever the same, take that, remember that, but I know roughly how the car is going to behave. And again, you catch me looking around while I talk. That's what I do. Damn track IR. That's one thing, if you're a YouTuber and you get track IR, people know where you look now. Because it kind of follows your head.
again, Brenton.
That was cool, Scotty. You owe me.
Body flying down the study.
Thank you.
Bye.
No worries.
After a quick bit of mental math, right in those last two corners, I have surmised that I do have enough fuel to finish this race. We're doing about a minute 30 lap times and I completely outbraked myself in turn 1. So, should be, we do 2 laps every 3 minutes, and we got half an hour to go. So 20 laps of fuel was all I needed, which I had on board. So brake pedal, why you not play nice?
I swear to God, that's the dumbest place I've ever seen anyone attempt to pass somebody.
Gotta love Stenny. Because it's true, that is the dumbest place. I've seen both the Ausrin guys try to make a pass there. In fact, even in America today, I saw Wayne Burke, the other Ausrin driver, make a pass in that exact same place. Why you not stop?
I'll declare a ceasefire so we let these leaders sure any right, Bailey.
Really struggling with the car at the moment. It's a bit odd. It wasn't this bad before.
Come through, boys.
Thank you.
It's just got no front end grip. And then it just wants to disconnect out the rear. This is another setup that's probably going to go in the bin after this race. I'm having a lot of trouble getting the car set up around this joint. It's just... You try stiff springs, you try soft springs, you try a bit of both, and nothing works. Yay, we got it stopped for turn 1. About time.
Thanks, Bailey. Cheers, mate.
Why am I going to second? Another brain fart there.
kid.
Just got nothing from this car at the moment. Hang on to it. And we got a 3-car battle going on again. I just seem to be stuck in battles this whole race. I need to smooth out my throttle pedal, I think. I can't get the fine movement, it's kind of like click, 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 click right now, so it's definitely making this gentle throttle progression, stay on the road, a bit tricky.
Got one on your right. Still there. You're on the right or on your right?
Yeah, you're not getting through there, Dylan. Not today, buddy. I was tempted to say not today, Zerg, but that would have been a bit too childish of me. And I already said it, so it doesn't matter. Yes, nice dive bomb, bro. You can't just throw it in there. He unnerves me when he's behind me. Because that crap. How stupid bloody car. Hate this thing. Hate this track. Car's fine, but I just looped it on YouTube. Now I have no motivation to drive at all. So if you want to leave now, you can probably leave. You're not going to miss much. It's just going to be me going around in circles telling you how much I hate this place. But Oran Park next week. I debunked the myth that is my bogey track last season with very strong results. I picked up a 5th in top split there on the Monday night. As you can see, I looked left as I was thinking about that. So right. Jeez. So I debunked the myth that it's my bogey track. It's probably when I'm more successful along with Matigi. And I generally do well at Bathurst early in the week, but when it comes to the top splits, I tend to fence it. So Bathurst is the week after. And then I think it's Montreal and Phillip Islands this season finale again. Yippee, Phillip Island, another one of those tracks I hate. So there's probably about 3 that I hate on the schedule so far this season. Dakota, Donington, and Phillip Island. I never want to come back here. I don't know why we came here. Well, I actually do. It's because it's a new track, so we're like obliged to come here. But can we please, Mr. V8 Supercar schedule riders, never bring us back to Donington again? Whoop. And not next week, but I think the week after I'll be on a little holiday, so there won't be any videos that week. There may be one at the end of the week when I get back. We'll see how I feel about doing it, but yeah, during the week, so there won't be any, in 2 weeks time there won't be any GT3 on Thursday night, or any V8s on the weekend or anything like that. Very, very long 13 minutes to go. So now I've got a little bit more time to myself. I'll go into a bit of depth.
Wow, half a fire off the race track, 2 second slowdown. Good on you, iRacing.
Jake Burton have a whinge. It's always funny when Jake has a whinge. Mainly because sometimes they're very, most of the time they're very true. It's a little bit, now I've got time again, I'll go back on the topic I was talking about. The Nürburgring deal, and also all the stuff that's going to be coming in this new build, and a bit of what I hope they change a bit, and so yeah, my build prediction, shall I put it. So it has been confirmed, and stop being a rally car, it has been confirmed that Team Swaps will be the new build, and OSR, the guys who run V8 Co-ops and a bunch of other leagues in the Australian community, are doing a full length Bathurst 1000, so the full, and no slowdown, thank you. So the full 161 laps around Mount Panorama, 2 drivers per car, you know, all the normal rules. That'll be in week 13. So definitely looking forward to that. And damn it, I left the team too soon. Should have stayed with the team just for one OSR and then nah, see you later. No, I'm glad I'm left. Glad I left. So definitely driver swaps will be an interesting thing to come in. Hopefully we get them kinda early in the week. Or at least the build gets released early in the week. I don't want it to be one of those, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday sort of builds. That we often...
Yeah, cheeky teammate, good stuff. Thank you.
That we often get. I remember when they released Bathurst, that build, was the most painful day and a half after week 12 ended, waiting for Bathurst and the build to be released. So I hope, just for the community's sake, they release the build as soon as possible at the end of the season. Let's not do it on Thursday or Friday, because there will be people ripping their hair out wanting the build to come. And what I really want to come as well, want to happen in the build, is the VF Commodore. Sick of driving Falcons. Give me a Commodore. Then I can put all these Holden skins I've got to use. So hopefully that comes. That'll bring a few changes to the way we're going to be driving and setting up the car as well now, because there's no Watts link in the rear of the car anymore, so it's not as easy to adjust the rear roll center. It's going to be a lot of spring changes and all that good stuff. And the balance is going to be changed as well, the car, because the fuel cell, I don't ever think of fuel cell, say fuel cell, I think of Jared fuel cell. So yeah, but so the fuel cell is no longer really the boot of the car, it's kind of in the back seat. So There's a lot more weight towards the centre of the car. Of course, it's bigger tyres as well in the car now, so hopefully it doesn't handle as much like a dump truck as it does now. It will still be, you know, a bit of a beast to wrestle around the track, but it won't be as bad as it is now. And he's hoping that the new tyre model works a bit better. They update the tyre model on the V8 because it's kind of... You drive every other car that is on NTM V5. The BMW, the IndyCar, all the other road cars do not have the same sort of rubbish tyre degradation that we get. They don't have that one-lap God mode as soon as you leave the pits, like we do in here. It makes sense how their tyres fall off, you know. The Spa, oh come on. Yeah, we'll be right. Should be right. If we run out of fuel, I don't really care. I'm done with this race. Like in the Spa 2.4 that we did in the Beamer, the tyre fall off was logical. It wasn't. You have 2 laps to go quick, and then the rest of the time you should be skating. You know, it progressively got worse and worse and worse and worse, and it wasn't. The tyres weren't at 60% when you pulled them off the car. They were at about 80, and this was off probably about nearly 45 minutes to an hour of driving. I did half an hour on these tyres, and they were at 75% just now. So, iRacing, please fix the V8 Supercars tyre model, or hopefully the tyre model they just whacked it on this car and it's geared towards the new one, because bleh, that's how I feel about it at the moment. One thing I really want to see as well in the new build is, and they've been saying this for ages, a few graphical updates for inside the car really. Mainly, this is just a me thing, I don't know why I like this, but I like having the steering wheel up. It just gives me sort of a translation between what I'm doing and what the car in sim is translating my movement as. I want to have crossover driver hands, like as they've said they're going to do, not these rubbish ones where they stop when they kind of get to the top of the wheel and it's like, is my wheel actually turning? Cheers, mate. Like right there, that's where your hands would stop if you had them on right now. But I know it's just a little thing I want. I don't know how many other people want it, but yeah. And what else do I want? This is my wish list now. Flashing headlights, it's been said many times. I would like the ability to do that, especially in the V8 in quality runs and lap traffic. Just give them a little, just give it, flash the blink, flash the lights at them, or even just turn the lights on for quality run. I don't know, just all that sort of stuff. You know, just add to kind of the feel, and just even though they might seem like petty little things, it all adds up. Because yeah, it's all well and good to have laser scan cars, and I'm turning my hand again while I talk, and laser scan tracks, and they might be brilliant to drive, but if the rest of the functionality is really bare bones, which they're filling out now with the teams and all this other stuff, they're filling it out. If it's just all bare bones, it takes kind of what the other sims can easily put in. You know, other people can just make a mod to flash lights, you know, and say R-Factor 2 or Assetto Corsa. Whereas here, you know, it's all got to be done through iRacing, and I understand because they put a lot of effort in, it takes a lot of time. But does it really take 2 or 3 years to do a graphics update? I mean, I know they might get just pushed aside when big tracks or big cars come on board, so like, I can imagine when they sign the Nürburgring, that's all they're going to be working on for the next year, is scanning that beast and just getting it in. Because it's going to be like the 49 and the DW12. It's going to be like, okay, you've announced it, now where is it? Like, everyone, it's going to get through about two seasons maybe, and they're going to be like, where's our Nürburgring? We want the Nürburgring. Give me the Nürburgring. Hurry up, give me the Nürburgring. It's just going to be, every second thread is going to be, when is the Nürburgring coming? It's like, Mom, iRacing won't give me my chocolate bar. complete interest in this race right now. Hurry up and end, please. I wish they'd put a lap count on it, not a timer count. They're only 4 minutes still. I don't think we're going to make it. I don't think we're going to make it. It'll be embarrassing if we do run out of fuel. It will be very embarrassing, considering I was so certain on my mental math. Now it's just me putting my hand in front of my face and looking at all the sensors, so it's okay. I'm not looking at the roof for fun. Oh, my Nils! The mobile chicane has arrived! No, he's actually gotten he's gotten quicker this the last half of the season. I'm not having to push him out of the way now. He is moving out of the way, because he's at a half decent pace now. And because I don't think I'm going to make it, so if I don't get the white flag this time by, I'm not going to make it at all.
Pass right, Mark.
In fact, we might just have to do a splash and dash. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a splash. Oh, this race is just going from worst to dreadful to please stop recording. But I'm already committed. I've done 50 minutes of it. I'm not gonna stop now. Like, if that spin had happened, say in the first 10 minutes of the race, I would have just stopped it and been like, yeah, cool. No more recording for me for tonight. But because it happened in, like, you know, the 42nd minute, couldn't really stop. And we're just going to chuck some fuel in, and we cross the motocross jumps for slowing you down in pit lane. And we have to put some more fuel in because we weren't going to finish because we're stupid. Oh, worse to worse to worse to worse. Bring on Oran Park, I say. We got tomorrow to try and get this set up right, and then we'll hopefully salvage some official series points on Monday night. Because I missed a few weeks, and I will be missing a few more weeks. I need to gain some points back because drop runs starting to come into effect, so we'll see probably their worst point. The guys in front of me worst points drop away, but I probably have 2 more drop weeks I can use. I've used 2 because I've missed 2 rounds, but I've got about 2 more drop weeks that I'll be able to use my worst points. So I need to get as many good points as possible, which means in the official series beating Martin Carroll and Aaron Hamilton every race I'm in. Basically, because if I do that, I mean I'm getting more points than every single race, so I'm closing the gap. That's all I got to do. So that was the objective achieved Monday night at Matigi, where we pulled out a top 5 in top split, which was good. I made iRacing news again. It's my 3rd time on there. Yeah, check out Paul Slavonik, I think that's how you say his name from memory. He does the V8 write-ups every week. He's not Australian as well, so if that catches you by surprise, he's not Australian, he's an American who, as he said in one thread, he wakes up, also he puts the race onto record, as he says, which is, he runs the race so he can get the replay at the end. So he just turns on iRacing as a spectator, gets the replay, and then he'll write it up from there. The next day or a couple of days later, it'll be up on iRacing News, and away we go. His write-ups have gotten a lot better since last season when he started, and I believe he did his first actual article for a racing magazine a few weeks ago. Yeah, well, I mean last week. It was over the speculation about Ambrose coming back to Australia, and why. I think it was titled "Why Marcus Ambrose Needs V8 Supercars." So, if you're not on iRacing and you can't find the thread, Google that. Google why Marcus Ambrose needs V8 Supercars. Should be by a guy named Paul Slavonic. Have a read. It's actually a pretty good article. For his first one, it's not too bad. So he's definitely a writer doing some good things in the sim racing world, and eventually, hopefully, in the motorsport world. We'll see his name a bit more. Please be a white flag. I just want to end. I've come to a conclusion that all British racing tracks I hate. I don't like Silverstone. That's a track I just refuse to race. And I think Donington from now on will be a track that I refuse to race as well. I didn't refuse to race GT3 because it was here. I refused to race it because it was an enduro. But now, nah, just not touching Donington. Even if someone like covered it in chocolate, no, still not going to touch it.
How the hell are you not out of fuel?
I've got enough for a burnout. Chuff.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Good win.
And did a fantastic job to win that, and I did an absolutely terrible job to finish 7th. Still got a couple turns to go.
But good job.
We'll just mute them for now because they're going to have a good old chat. Woo! Terrible, 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 terrible. Can I just shortcut? Can I just take the quick route? I don't want to have to do this hairpin rubbish. Oh, sums up my race. We're backing it into the chicane on the last lap. I think this Vodafone skin's bad luck, because I spun out of America driving it as well. Time to find new skin, I think. Yep, I'm gonna ditch this Vodafone one. Bad luck. It's just a bad luck skin. See, I'm finding all these excuses when I know I just had a crap race. So, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you didn't fall asleep at the end there, and I shall catch you on the flip side.